Hello. First of all, I would just like to say that you are loved, you are important, God sees you and He knows you. You are a child of God. And I just want to say the word tells us that we should be angry but not sin, and a lot of things are happening right now and it feels overwhelming. And most of us don't really know what to do, so I'm just praying that you give it to God. Let God heal you, let God show you what He wants you to do in this moment. Take care to respond and not react, and just give it all to God, for His yoke is light, and He really, really loves you. And I would also just like to include and say that love requires action, and it's the very foundation of quality relationships. And relationally, we have been running low on love, and the word also tells us that I am nothing if I have no love. So I would just like to remind us of a couple of God's word, and I'm just going to read it. In 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 to 7, it says, "Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance." And right now I'm just going to read it in the Message translation. So I pray that you do not take this out of context, and I pray that you receive this as God intends for you to receive it. It says, "I am bankrupt without love. Love never gives up. Love cares more for others than for self. Love doesn't want what it doesn't have. Love doesn't strut, doesn't have a swelled head, doesn't force itself on others, isn't always me first, doesn't fly off the handle, doesn't keep score of the sins of others, doesn't revel when others grovel, takes pleasure in the flowering of truth, puts up with anything, trusts God always, always looks for the best, never looks back, but keeps going to the end. Love never dies." That is in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 3 to 7, I think, in this one. And that was the Message translation. And I just want to say, most of the things that we are dealing with today are because we cannot relate to one another. And I just pray and I hope that we learn to relate to one another. It is the very essence. Love is very important to God. Love is something God values. Love is who God is. And it's very important in our relationships that we learn to love one another. That's it. That's